Conrad kongkol sangma ubade menteri rangba jong ke Jela Meghalaya ula penting kena ha kinong elam jong ke labang nong pelut pangam raliang area committee bat ke labang nong pelut people council bat kiwe ban keren ni ke jing sa teng ke jing penbait put hakmat menteri ki kampo yang ke sarkar pedeng u Amit Shah. Menteri rangba ke Jela ula ong yakane ha ka arpo laitrik banai naiweng arajar arpo ar ha ka jinglet jingo jung u ya ki longying jong ki lanot sha siat yam ha ki pulit Assam ke baja ha ka arpo artrik u banai naiweng arajar arpo ar ha mukro ka balawan ra ya ka jingdo e ya ki hinre tli ki men sembreo kin thop ya ki sangut ki khasi penar maru forest guard jong ka Assam ka balawan ra ya ka jingshongs air Hakishnong khappud ka Assam and Meghalaya.
This is not just a loss for the families or this village, but it's a loss for the entire state. And we are here to tell you that as a state, we are grieving with you in this time of sorrow and this time of loss, where the government has decided to cancel every function, has decided to cancel every festival, any kind of program that is there. We have decided to cancel all of them just to show our solidarity with all of you. And I want to assure you that we are with you in this very, very difficult time. We have come here today to, of course, meet the family members, but also to meet all of you. Because we know the people of this area have been suffering for a very, very long time. And knowing the suffering that the people have been having here, we know that the root cause of all this problem is the border dispute. And that is the reason why in the last year and a half, as a government, we've been working proactively to ensure that we are able to resolve this border issue. As you have mentioned yourself, Mr. Chairman, that this government in the past has taken concrete steps. We didn't just promise. Every single person who's sitting here are members of this committee, which resolved 6 areas of differences in the border, which was never done before. This in itself is showing you that we are committed to resolving this. And yes, this area is slightly more complicated, but our commitment is equally strong to resolve it. Let me assure you that. And therefore, we will find a solution. It's not easy. For 45, 50 years, this problem has been existing. And we were not able to resolve it for whatever reason. But then, as I said, we have taken upon it ourselves that we have to resolve this. And I want to tell you that in the past, the discussions we had and the areas of, the focus in which we were able to move forward, people's will was very, very important. And I'm seeing here that the 36 villages that you've mentioned in the Khasi areas that are there, which are dominated by Khasi and Panar population, in these areas, the people have decided that they want to be with Meghalaya. So definitely we are seeing that we are starting off in the right direction. But as I said, this is a complicated discussion. After this incident that has happened, it has made it even more complicated now, because we are also very hurt with what has happened. And when we go and talk with them and we discuss with them, it is not the same way we used to feel, 6 months, 7 months back, or even just 1 week back. So there is a bit of anger and hurt inside us also. But we will discuss. For the benefit of the people, we will discuss. We would want the central government to be with us, and that's why we are approaching the Home Minister. I'll be meeting other officials, including the National Security Advisor also. In this area, as I said, even the Prime Minister's office has taken deep interest and concern over what has happened out here. And therefore, our visit tomorrow to Delhi will be very, very crucial. And I will assure you, and I'm assuring you now, that we will make sure that the voice that you have expressed today, the concerns you've expressed today, I will ensure that in the presence of the Honorable Home Minister, and I'm told that the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam also will join us later in the meeting, after our first meeting is over with the Home Minister. And if he does join us, I will make sure that all the points that you've mentioned about this, not only this incident, but also about this whole issue that you're having out here, about how the people are economically suffering, and as you said, people don't have even medical, facilities, as you were mentioning just now. Even for medical facilities, you have to travel and you're denied those medical facilities from that area, we will ensure that we are going to take this up. Not only that, other areas which suggestions have come that we must ensure that more manpower is there from the police side to ensure that we are able to, at least provide the safety and security to our people. I assure you we will take action on that side also. We have, of course, sanction for Boroto, and since the sanction is in the name of Boroto village, we'll have to go back to Shillong and examine all those aspects and see how we will work it out. We will have to talk and take the people into confidence also to explain to all the people of this region why we need to shift if we have to shift. So please allow us to discuss. Otherwise, the Honorable Home Minister was supposed to come tomorrow only to open and inaugurate the Boroto outpost. But now with this incident happening, we will go back to Shillong. We will consult the public in large, the local leadership at large, and then we will take the decision where everybody will accept that fine, we all agree that this is where it should be, and then we will move forward. But we will not delay it too much. We will not delay too much. We may not get 100% consensus, but what the majority of the people think, we will go ahead with that decision. Apart from that, we will also discuss with Government of India on how they should coordinate with Assam government and with Meghalaya government and ensure that no aggression should be there in this line, entire border areas. And all the aggressive forces that are there from the Assam side should also back out, and they should not be forcing and they should not be aggressive in these areas that are sensitive and this incident that has happened. So all these aspects will be discussed in the meeting today. I have come here today along with our Honorable Deputy Chief Minister, our Honorable Ministers and the Cabinet colleagues, our MDCs and other leaders to tell you that we are with you in this time of sorrow and grief, and to tell you that we are here also to ensure that action is taken. We are also here to assure you that all the steps that are required to ensure that in future these kind of things and this oppression and this kind of difficulties you're facing should not be there, and also to assure you that the border issue is one of our top priorities, and we will do everything in our capacity to ensure that we are able to resolve the border issue at the earliest. I want to assure you that. So once again, I express my condolences to all the family members. I express my condolences to the entire village, and I want to once again tell you that we are with you in this difficult times and these times of sorrow.
Kinongelam jong kita ki artli ki seng kila ot kila nam halor ka jing bambiang ki surak kali ni lenti singking ka jing bambiang ka umbam umdi bat ka jing bamdon ki la sumar sukher yaki bat lada ki wan shim dawai she Meghalaya pat ki sha pendik haki pulit Assam ka labang nong pelut pangam raliang area committee mat ka labang nong pelut people council kila kerpat jor ya menteri rangba baun pai khmat sya kata than khappud bat ban penstet no ya ki jing pedbet ya upur usam bat ka sarkar Assam namar ba kat nang slam kin peteng bat ha ban im ni ka jing im hapdeng ka jing sertok bat mat ya ka jing sha le beng babon jan
Kani ka mengikuak meniklu kamtang berpi kumti wahet senong borok jong kene kiri ya. Kalau bangiru nadin berkelan sombit kamtang ni kene kami marodong. Ka bangir ayo ai ya pila ai lo dipitir. Namar ka jingi keren menta kadang ai. Te hakawi dei beda bat kini ki isu wajian ni. Malaysia CM bat ni borok menyele Delhi. Ka mani keren kulong ba umno ban penting na ba song sup song sain ke jingwit ke jingya kan don su nang ni sakmap bat ya kata mendai tak hang ni pembemut hakin ni borok kilai pun ruteli ke disno iba ongno iba usamla mane ukren nomor ka isu kolong balada 4 la ai ban resolve ya kan isu ka mut kan ni kan ya jian ak bos ko tapi ka bangamut benong kolong ba ICM no ngiru bila mane apa bangiwan chane ngi kren mai kan isu nomor kan ni isu kandang ya jia la dengin parla ban ritran thano ya kitu dijaga khasi joni ke bade ban manceni to lanungit pendep ya kata min parla ban tang baka kam kelas tang pejing keren kelas tang tementa kabangi mut ban ong na keleng surkar kolomba kabagai ngin dikundu la syai berhukum minister hadel hiru kalong ban pentingna kat bom parla ban pendep ya kini kikot kislala na kijing keren kuat kebejanai kebasani ban ritran thano ikini kisnong kabamot ngin pentingna ngin ong yo home minister jong sarkar dia bu dei ban pentingna banum don syu ka kolong keram banum don kayo mesau banum don kayo kum bakalajia kum pengilaman bro sakata
We have already instituted a special investigation team, SIT, which will be headed by the DIG of the Eastern Range. And we have been, in fact, instructions have been given that they should investigate at the earliest and ensure that proper and swift action is taken. And as I mentioned, that we have also discussed, I have discussed with the CM of Assam that this incident, we are going to ask Government of India that a central agency should investigate in this. Either NIA or CBI should inquire and investigate in this. And Assam government has agreed that they will cooperate, and they will also ask Government of India that central agency should investigate. So that is the status as of now, but we will ensure that investigation moves swiftly. Incidents are obviously are critical and are important from all angles, but the peace talks with the HNLC are different. The incident out here that has happened is different, though of course it is within the state and does concern all of us. But as I said, the peace talks is something that is completely different, and we will ensure that that also moves forward in the right direction. That emotions are there. We are all very concerned, and we are all emotionally affected by seeing what has happened. And definitely there will be a reaction from some of the youths. That's something that we cannot deny. But we have to also realize that that is not always the only solution, and that is not always the only path that's there in front of us. And hence that we have to realize that ultimately, to be able to achieve the development, achieve the peace, and achieve the overall goals that we have, there are certain ways that we can do this. And today in the democratic process and the government, there are many, many ways. And therefore we should ensure that violence should not be the way forward to find solutions to this. We are all upset, we are all angry about what has happened, but we will ensure that justice is done, and we'll also ensure that in the long run, the entire issue of this border issue, which is at the crux of all this tension that is always building up here, should be resolved at the earliest.